They try to hit up towards potentially vents, but let's be honest, we know they love to get the high ground control, and likely the focus will be the top side over towards this B site.
Massive paranoia coming on through as well. Be a clean at 1 versus 1. A lot of kills going both sides though here, Chef. So the paranoia did swing in, coming through from X and BCJ. Turns into 2v2 now. This will just be Fileforfur, the last man standing for XSET. Low HP is Caboose. Maybe just the one shot away. Fileforfur goes at the ready. And we'll have to find out where the last two members of MV are at the moment. They know nothing is being made. That has been walled up. Could be vents, so at this point in time, Fileforfur has no idea if MV have actually rotated towards A. Camera is going to check so far. No one in heaven. And Fileforfur getting a bit cold feet. Not too sure what's happening on the map.
It's a weird situation because you would feel like with the numbers, Envy would get a little bit more aggressive. They are going to start to make their play. Fileforfur is in a great position. One shot will be all it takes to take down Caboose. Does he recognize the second challenger? Well, now he sure will. As the spy cam comes out, a little back and forth affair here, but it's FNS.
As you see the rest of MV now grouping over towards B main.
Tall task coming here for Aaron. How do you want to use your utility? Slow orb will come down first. Paranoia is also there, but there will not be a peak for any kills. So the hit for Envy is going to be stalled up top, but as it gets paused for a moment, there are two players down low. Aaron good for one. Sees the dash across. Not going to find an opportunity to find food, though, and it will go 2 for 1 in the exchange, favoring Envy's offense. Spike going to be planted, and defensively now for XSET, it's going to be down to, again, the question of the retake. 3 players stacked up top. Who's able to find the first, and FNS gets the second as he's able to just lurk right underneath this rope. Fileforfur going to get one, but not a second in the exchange, so food will take...
Calls now from MV for free as well as we start to look towards alt timings. Everyone's kind of close. You got a lot of 6 out of 7s on MV, and now Food has the showstopper available.
Food, I mean, again, just talking about his transition to be onto the Rays. This is new compared to the last instance of challengers, and it's finding him a lot of success. Paranoia gonna be met with some paint shells. Food able to find another 3 kills in the round. He does drop those, so XSET have turned things into a 2v3. Weeded's in a pretty decent position to maybe find some value out of the shorty, but no, Mummy responds with just the nick of time, leaving things just down to BCJ in a 1v3, and he is stuck in elbow. Mummy finds the easy
here as well. I mean, no one's playing close, tucked in over towards B, and this is where the spike is heading towards now. It'll come through from Aaron first up, and that's going to be the res as well. If Aaron goes down, this could be a lot of advantage on the round for XSET. Gone straight away, 5v4, and the hit comes through.
Shell's trying to get there to try to stall. This Food is up top, able to find a nice headshot onto one. Needs the reload. Spike going to be planted. 13 seconds of the clock. Plenty of time to get this down. Caboose successfully gets the spike in. Fileforfur, though, finds another elimination. 2v2 we go. And this is a retake that is not going to need to clear a lot of space because you're already onto the site. BCJ, first one forward. Clears the long angle, but Caboose's timing is incredible. Gets to the backside of the dark cover, knows he just has to watch over towards the backside of the pillar. And he's going to win the first elimination, not get the second necessarily. Fileforfur was able to go.
Damage though, no flash and dash just yet, but perhaps looking over towards A though. They are very close.
What point do you push through this and try to find these kills? Trap wire comes down. Going to be one elimination, looking for another. No, BCJ not going to be good for it. And another very early number situation for Envy in this 4v3.
Seeker's out in play as well, so they've confirmed that the rest of the defenders have rotated in. Equipment value not good though, so for Envy, if they just play the long range duels here, if they play for their numbers, should be fairly simple. Crash, he's made his way all the way to backside, over into screens as the rotation over to B. Caboose will clear sight, know that B is completely empty, and at this point in time, Crash, he just needs to look for a timing. Has weeded around the corner here. Worst case scenario would be that Crashies does drop the rifle over, would allow XSET the possibility to get a play in 4v3 because the res is still in there. So this could be a very important 1v1. You do also see, by the way, Mummy heading over towards Vince. They actually just want to lock up XSET before they even have a chance to rotate.
If they even want to rotate, I mean, there doesn't seem to be much sense of urgency here. It will be, we did the first one down. He's going to toggle these ropes. Does find elimination. Mummy drop, that'll be an upgrade of the weapon up from a Bulldog to a Phantom, but again, the problem is the numbers, and beyond that also the time, and it looks like Aaron has not really fully committed to getting out of A tower, so this will be a forfeit of the round here for XSET in favor of saving the weapons.
Not great weapons to save, though. I mean, they will be able to pick up something on the ground. There is that one weapon dropped a little bit early on towards A. Main control gained by MV as well. That actually gave Food a showstopper ultimate as they managed to be able to collect that orb. Now, do we challenge versus Pura again? Yeah, we do, and that's going to be maybe a potential mistake coming through from Envy as they give that kill away. And now the 5v4 found by XSET, maybe for the first time so far in this half. And can XSET actually confirm a bit more? Weeded now knows there's a lot of pressure potentially coming through on B main as well. So this is it. XSET 2 up.
Boost. Big roll here. Really needed to find maybe not just one, but also a second. BCJ, Aaron able to find more eliminations. It's just down to Mummy with the operator. Not going to get the flick shot. BCJ puts him down. And XSET
try and stick the defuse as Weeded cleans up a couple of kills and slows down the rest of the post plant. Now as we head into round number 11, fast-paced tempo coming through from Envy straight onto A.
You need Pure to pop off right now with his Bladestorm. He's got to find value with this if there's going to be a hope that XSET can maybe exit this half with 3. Spike is going to be planted, you would think, very quickly here. Waiting to see if any extra utility will come in, and then they'll do a little bit of juggling to see who's going to grab it. So Crashies will put the Spike down. That'll earn him the Seekers, and while this has all occurred, it's been a 2-for-1 exchange in favor of Envy. Seekers now being tossed out. The hit going to be trying to clear out the backside of screen. BCJ good for 1. Needs to get a second. Gets a couple of tags, but can't find the elimination. We go 3v3.
Spikefight as well coming on through. Actually hits BCJ. So not ideal coming through from Weeded. Must have been a misfire. Stuck around out of time here as well. Now 2 versus 3 shift, and it's not going the way of XSET, is it?
BCJ whipping a handful of shots there just down to Weeded. He's already committed forward, so he's got to go for it. Gets the first kill, sees the shoulder of another, but Mummy will just back away, throws the right click out, and now time becoming a bit of a problem. Weeded's just going to play for exit kills, and it's not really going to make a difference. Envy's economy is already healthy enough to, even if both these players fall, they will be able to purchase back up, and how about it?
Going to take a lot of rounds here as well. Again, 11-1. Massive lead coming through from Envy. It would really require XSET quite a bit of a miracle. I mean, they could extend to try and make this map take a bit longer, but already you're starting to see Envy, Food, Mummy, 3 kills coming on, and XSET are down to 2, now just 1. Weeded alone isn't going to get it done, and Envy pick up 12. And again, I think this is going to be a very quick split. 13-1 would be the expected scoreline. XSET are going to force because they have to, and
Raze has definitely showcased that it definitely can still have an opportunity to get better.
Well, this is important because, first of all, you get Food over towards a duelist, which is what he's been playing lately. And Envy have had a little bit of back and forth in terms of what their roles actually are as the round does proceed over here as expected as well. Just a bunch of kills coming through from Envy. Yeah, not even really worth covering here, I don't think, Alan, is you're just going to see the 13-11 or 13-1. I added an extra 1 there for XSET, which they're not going to get this round, are they? Or this entire map. And for Envy as well, moving Food off the stage, I think it's just allowed him to get a lot more work done. Similar to, I think, moving Aaron off maybe a Sentinel role back towards something they can work with. Aaron on a duelist would be even better. I would maybe suggest for XSET, whereas if you look towards Split, probably a little bit too off-kilter, and they did even make more changes against Wi-Fi, went from Breach over towards Cypher. It's not quite enough. We're actually deep into the round already. Heavy aggression coming through defensively, and multiple trades, low HP, and it's already down to a 2v1.
Oh, and Mummy's actually able to find 2. He was caught mid-reload as he went down B long, but unfortunately for XSET, a number of their players were also a bit underneath what they would have loved to have had ammunition-wise, so it's going to be down to Wi-Fi trying to make his way back forward. And he's got to collect this Spike, and obviously that information is good for Envy that they have it nearby.
Making a bit of noise here as well. This is a doable 1v2, considering the HP available for, I believe, Caboose on Envy is fairly low. In fact, low enough it'll be 1 shot. Coming down to Finesse as well. That's going to be massive information they will hear. The teleport converge 2v1 here. Still a trap wire on A. That could be massive. Look at Finesse's intel. Look at the fact that he has a lot of utility available.
Here comes the hit. Wife already making his way onto site.
Yep, gets hold of the trap.
Yeah, and now you got a Finesse from the backside. Ooh, goodness.
So they play for the round 3 bonus there, and they will get the bonus indeed as they come through. Aggressive once again onto B long as they collect number 1.
Yeah, and this is a set play here from Envy. It's not that that's uncharacteristic, because let's be honest, there were some instances of this when we would watch these 2 teams play last, but now that you're running with extra duelists, you've got the opportunity to really take advantage of some of these early pushes. That said, XSET, even against the numbers, do find a way to walk onto A, get the Spike planted. And they've got a showstopper to potentially utilize to try to hold off this retake. Paranoia comes out. Food trying to get a curveball around the corner. Will be the first one on. Run it back has been spent for this. He's trying to find one in the corner. He's able to find it successfully, but Aaron has responded. So 1 for 1 we go. And B's retake still looking pretty positive. We're able to lock down 1 player coming outside of Lamps. But the problem is both XSET members are kind of trapped here. On the outside of mid, dark cover is down. They're trying to spam. Crashies just holding the corner, and they don't just find the elimination. But again, aggression here from Envy. 3 members stacked. Spycam, how much of it does it see? Aldrin also on the way in. Finesse, first one up, Showstopper gonna come through, Paranoia is also the mix, and Caboose does not find any eliminations with it, but Finesse makes good of the damage. Now the second follow-up will be good for a 1-for-1 exchange, and at the end, we'll be left with a 4v3 situation favoring Envy.
There's actually the Aldrin coming through from Crashes as well, teleporting in just to have a look at what was behind Showers in towards lobby, and wanted to find a little bit more on that Showstopper. It does miss. They get the kill anyway, so you'd have to say they do get the one they want. It does put XSET into a bit of an awkward situation. The rest of Envy will be potentially even teleporting through. You can see the Crashes thinking about it. They have full B long control. They are fairly confident nothing's happening over towards B. Once they see this arrow coming through from BCJ, I think they'll be fairly certain it will still be on towards A. Speaking of A, it'll be A-Rin clearing outside. XSET getting another kill to Finesse, and I mean, Aaron's not going to find anything on the Showstopper, but they have side control, kind of.
Big kind of, as Food is able to find elimination, and then Crashies from the back of Showers takes down Weeded, caught in no man's land. A bit of an awkward take, but I think the number situation...
I mean, it's very much geared towards preparing for this eventual B long. There's going to be a drone coming in, our drone coming in towards Hookah, so that 1v1 could be coming through now. Crashes, can we make up for the previous round? Certainly the case for now. Has to reload, and the rest of Envy collect.
Yeah, great curveball from Food. Flashes the entire approach through B long, and the Aldrone and Sova play through mid. Hookah is the only thing that really largely finds any success, if you want to call it that. Difficult situation here. Really not an opportunity for BCJ to do much of anything besides maybe find a couple of long-range exit kills, of which he does get first, but he doesn't have time to plan anymore. So, yeah, you don't expect that he's going to go for it, and you got to watch out for point of contact. Mummy is coming around the back through sand. Thwifo in a corner could actually foil some of this aggression from Envy in the middle of the map, which has not been a typical play for them. Paranoia coming out. Neurotheft was also spanned, and oh, the blast pack right into Thwifo's face. He deals with it nicely, though. So, for the first time, we've got some hefty numbers here for XSET. Crashies able to tie things up for a time, and it makes it now a 3v2 situation as XSET will get this point planted.
I was for the jumping shot as well. When I say jumping shot, I mean the A-Rin was the guy jumping, and Crashies was the guy taking the shot, reveals his positioning. Pero will get the swing. Still does end up having one kill being given over to Crashies, though. Makes it somewhat workable for Envy, but not as great as you'd think. 3 ultimates for XSET, including post-plant Hunter's Fury. Food being revealed by the recon as well, so that's going to be one player XSET know is kind of in danger. A-Rin possibly has an angle as well coming over towards Mummy. Time will start to be running out, and Envy haven't cleared anything. They've now just gotten a kill into Weeded.
Well, they do clear out the backside of the container. The problem here is time is becoming a bit of a problem. And even though Mummy does find an elimination, the problem is BCJ is, even if he falls, he's killed off enough time. The elimination is good, though, for Mummy. He gets through the teleporter just in the nick of time, so he keeps his life. But at least for XSET, you find yourself a 4th round. That's really the big key. Go first. Paranoia and Dark Covers will go second. And now here comes the hit. Food holding on to a curveball. Also has the run it back, comes out with it. Not going to find any eliminations, but does secure some damage and puts a huge stall to the push through Hookah. And on the reattempt, Crashies and Caboose. Able to go 2 for 2 in the exchange. Thwifo caught in a corner. Mummy just holding down the trigger, gets the elimination. It's just down to BCJ. He can't do much of anything.
And, you know, something that you've said multiple times here, bind for XSET, likely to go OT, and that's the only option they have.
Very early engagement right through the middle of the map. And it will come out in favor of XSET. A lot of the utility from A-Rin finding value there, and it will just come down to 1. The FNS still full HP with the light armor he purchased at the beginning. We know how deadly this frenzy can be. He's also collected the spike. One player close by, and reeks of Envy confidence. So different from the last time we watched them play XSET, even if just marginally because of the agents they're bringing to play. A-Rin, Shorty, finds a lot of damage, but can't full get the kill onto Caboose, who's down to 6 HP. Expecting a teleport play, not going to happen, and XSET scrambling a touch, but it's actually largely them holding their ground around A. They're not committing for a full rotation to B, and that's good news because Envy's wrapped through middle will go right into the jaws of this defensive setup for XSET.
Just trying to choke the defense for XSET as much as possible. They get rid of B, hoping to have some rotations from XSET from A to B, but not going to be the case. As you noted, a lot of XSET still here, and they will get the kill into Caboose. Couple trays, though. Crashes will collect Thwifo. Plant to come on through as well. Paranoia being thrown into lamps. XSET are running out of members.
Crashies, the value just so good on these utility.
Not going to be any aggressive movements. Envy taking control of Hookah. Pura's around the corner.
The early Owl Drone is going to be used for BCJ to again try to line up an early elimination with the Hunter's Fury. He does find one and damage onto a second. And Envy have been essentially forced to go B long. But is this information known for XSET? Largely nobody's looking at this push through. Finesse has already made his way to elbow. Weeded with the Guardian does find one elimination. Pure up top able to get another, and now all of a sudden XSET's defense is coming to life. They haven't dropped a single member yet. The last player left is going to be Finesse, and he's in a pretty terrible position. BCJ's watching this.
Pose from XSET, unfortunately.
Pierre's going to try to make good on this Aldro. No, going to be shut down. Follow up, Caboose. Finesse gets two? That just can't happen. Envy now at a 5v3, and the attempt for XSET to find a first blood or a 4v4 completely shut down means that someone's going to have a huge round here defensively for XSET.
And we said XSET needs perfection. That play was anything but. Caboose shuts it down, and now Envy about to shut down XSET 5 versus 3. Caboose would have to go down first, and Thwyfo can't get anything. I think this is it.
We did in a bit of a troubling position. Paranoid is still trying to sidestep away from the Hunter's Fury. Eventually, the juggling becomes a little bit too much for him to handle. And the last player left alive is BCJ. Recon Bolt already spent. Not going to be able to come through the connect.